Hey everyone, my name is James, and in today's video we're taking a look at a brand new spoiler for the upcoming Terraria update version 1.3.6. And not only that, today we're taking a look at some very exciting mobile Terraria news that I think a lot of you mobile fans are going to really appreciate. With that, we're also looking at some Switch news, so let's just jump into it. So starting off with the Nintendo Switch edition of Terraria, the edition I'm looking forward to the most, we found out last month that an alpha build from Pipeworks has been submitted to Relogic. Now, don't get it confused, that's not to Nintendo. Relogic are playing the version of Terraria that Pipeworks has created, and they're giving it feedback, and they're saying what needs to be implemented. Now, that was a month ago, so in the month since then, we found out that some of the feedback and requests have been implemented, but not everything has, and they say that in the meantime, we can have this screenshot of a person fighting the Eye of Cthulhu on the Nintendo Switch. So, in terms of news, not really much news there. It's pretty much everything that we already knew. However, it's always nice to get a screenshot. I do like those. Now, moving on to mobile news, and this is where it gets very interesting. So, DR Studios have been hard at work at making sure people's old maps run in the new edition of Terraria. We got a screenshot of that running, and it looks pretty great. I'm actually a big fan of this UI. And in the image, we can see this character moving around a bunch of different worlds that have been created by you guys. Now, that being said, they want to make sure that your old worlds will never be corrupted, because that did happen when porting over some old maps to the new edition of Terraria. So what they've done is they've implemented a system that will store your old maps in a separate folder, so that when they transition over, there's a new copy, but there's always an old copy in case anything goes wrong. That's pretty great. But what this is going to allow you to do is to manually go into the folders of Terraria and swap in and swap out whatever Terraria maps that you want, and they're going to have an app to go along with it, kind of like how you get the Files app in iOS and whatever else you get on Android. It's going to allow you to download maps and put them into Terraria. Now, this seems like such a small thing. If you're a PC player, we're doing this all the time. But the thing I often see is when I'm playing an adventure map, mobile players are like, hey, I really want to play this adventure map. How do I play? Well, you can't until this update comes out. That's going to be very interesting. If we can get some people making adventure maps for Terraria Mobile, I think that community is going to have the best time going. So in terms of hearing about updates, I think this one is really the most significant we've heard in a very long time. So I have to say, hats off DR. I'm a big fan of that. Now, on to the main event, PC Terraria, what's new? So we actually got a look today at the brand new UI for creating a world in Terraria, and oh my god, how far has this come? When I first played Terraria, when it first came out, it was just a list of whatever worlds you'd created, and then it got some fancy UI in Terraria 1.3, and here we are today. So there's a little option for small, medium, large, normal or expert, or corruption or crimson. You know how it goes, right? You know what this is all about. You've made a million Terraria worlds, but I have to say, it looks pretty interesting. I particularly like how the bunny represents all of the changes. So if you go from a small world to a medium, a few more trees appear in the background behind the bunny. If you go from normal to expert, then the sky gets dark and the bunny becomes corrupt. And then if you pick corruption or crimson, the world changes around it. I think that's great. It's a very unique way of doing it, and it's a beautiful little bit of artwork. So I have to say, well done to that as well. Now, in final news, Terraria has officially secured the Terraria Discord. You may be aware that there's been a Terraria Discord for quite a while now, and it was originally created by a bunch of fans of Terraria. So in the past, I've always been a little reserved about linking out to Discords, because you never know what community you're signing other people up for. But now that it's officially run by Terraria, I feel pretty confident in it, knowing that the moderators are moderators that love the game, the people I know and I trust. I think it's going to be a really good place. This is not the first time Terraria has done a thing like this. Back in the day, there used to be this really awesome Terraria forum page that used to exist. Terraria took over and created their own forum page instead, and basically just kind of shoved that one off to the side. And it worked out pretty well in the end. The Terraria forums are having a little bit of issues right now. I'm noticing, like, you can't sort by recently created, and some of the state of the game posts are not going to the main page. So when they get that sorted, I think that's going to be a good place once again. But I am happy about the Discord being official. Now, I am in the Discord, but they took away the verified role, which means that nobody will ever know if I'm actually verified in there. I do think maybe bring that one back just for a few select people, because it makes sense. Truthfully, it does. It makes sense. I don't want people speaking on my behalf. I know that, and it's too easy to. Anyway, that's actually it for today's news video. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm very excited. I think this is probably the best one we've had in a very long time, and I really hope we continue to get these. And yeah, that's it. Right, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.